am going to do a video on contouring, so let's get started. First, you're going to want to prime your face. I use the, let's see if you can see it, the J1 Jelly Pack. This retails for, I believe, $46 or $48. I got this at Sephora. So you're always going to want to start with priming your face. You're going to use the pea-size amount. I just put it right on my fingers, rub it in. I have a very oily face, so I really focus on the T-zone, which is like right here in your forehead, the middle inner part of your cheeks, and then your chin. So really focus that. That's going to really help your foundation stay. Okay, once you have that all over, we're going to let that dry. The next step we are going to do is foundation. I use the Makeup Forever. This is the stick foundation. This is in number 117 Y225. I love this. Like I said in my last video, it's really great because you don't need a brush to apply it. You will need your makeup sponge after, or a brush. Next, you're going to take your makeup sponge. The makeup sponges are great because it's really going to pack that foundation in. This is damp too, so that's also going to help like melt it in your skin. So you're going to really blend that in. Once your foundation is all blended with your sponge, you're going to want to do your concealer. I am using the Joair concealer. This is in the color Cream. I love this concealer. The coverage is great. And with the primer and after baking it, you're really not going to see any creasing, which is great. So just put this on with your brush. Take your makeup sponge. Again, my makeup sponge is a little bit more damp. It's great because it's really going to melt that concealer right into your skin. Pack it on there. Really pack it in there. The next step we are going to do is bake our concealer. Now this is, let me show you real fast, this is the Huda Beauty. This is in the color Cupcake. This is the setting powder. Setting powder, aka baking powder. What does it mean to bake? Baking means setting. So you're going to set your concealer. That's going to help it last throughout the day, prevent creasing, and really get that coverage in. Again, my makeup sponge is a little bit damp. We're going to tap it and pack it in underneath our eyes. Okay, so after we let that sit for a few minutes, we are going to brush it off. And the next step is going to be bronzer. Now there really is two steps with contouring. You're going to want to give yourself that sun-kissed look first, and then you're going to really go in and sculpt out all of your features. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my chocolate bronzer by Too Faced, and this is the Chocolate Soleil, and it smells like chocolate too. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, take my brush, and just kind of go up on my cheekbones and kind of give myself that sun-kissed look first. Okay, and you can see the little bit of that sun-kissed look breaking up that foundation a little bit. The next step I'm going to do is take this little bronzer, which is a little bit darker. This is by the Balm Cosmetics. This is in the color Thomas. What I'm going to do is take my smaller brush, and this is really going to sculpt out my cheeks and bring out my features. So we are going to pretend that there's a line going from the top of your ear to the bottom of your lip. And you're going to really sculpt that out. Okay, going through again, really sculpting that line out. Okay, the next step, other ear. You're going to go from the top of your ear to the bottom of your lip. Really sculpting that out. Next step, bringing from your cheekbone, the top of your cheekbone, you're going to bring that up and around to your brow and then around your forehead. Now I feel like my forehead is really big, so what I'm going to do is really darken this top part to give the illusion that I don't have a big forehead. Going through and really darkening that. And then blending a little bit towards the middle. You're really going to want to sculpt and darken your jawline all the way around. And you guys can layer and do it as dark as you want until you get the look that you are going for. A really deepened contour, or you can do it lighter too. And this is really bringing out my cheekbones. Love it. Next, for contouring your nose, this is just a really cheap Wet n Wild brush. I love it. It's just really thin at the top, which is great because you can get that precision. I'm taking my bronzer that I just contoured with and going right down my nose where I want it. I want it to look smaller, so I'm just bringing it down right where I would want my nose to be. All the way down to the middle. All the way down to the end. Okay. Now sometimes people think that it looks stupid or whatever. It's not going to look stupid if you blend the correct way. So make sure after you draw your lines, you really blend them. Now you can go and bring it up too. And that's just really going to give your nose that skinny effect. Okay. Now I'm going to take my smaller end of the brush and just blend all of my nose in. Highlight right above the cheekbone. You want people to stop you and be like, whoa, check out that highlight. Okay, and for the other side, we're really going to want to highlight that. We want to blind people. We want to blind people when we're walking by. That's how bright you want your highlight. Okay. Okay, and for the last step, we're going to add some blush. This is the Tarte Epic is the color. And just add some blush into the same area where you sun-kissed and contoured those cheeks. I always add some on the top of my eyes, in the middle, down my nose, and bottom. Just really lightly, just go through. And that is it for my contouring video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Mom, Kids, and Beauty. I will keep you updated on the latest trends. Thank you.